It was a night that felt endless. Outside the train, rain poured in sheets, drumming violently against the windows. Each droplet streaked across the glass like rushing shadows. Daniel sat alone in the compartment, his eyes fixed on the dark blur of forests flashing past. The air inside was damp, heavy, and strangely cold for a train warmed by its lamps. Something about the night felt wrong, as though the world had slowed down just for him. The silence broke with a sound, a low clank as the carriage door slid open. Daniel's head turned. A figure stepped in. Tall, draped in a dark hooded coat, face hidden. His movements were slow, deliberate, as though each step carried weight. He carried an old leather bag that sagged with age and mystery. Without asking, without even glancing around, the stranger took the seat directly across from Daniel. For a while, neither spoke. The train rattled on, wheels screeching against the tracks. Daniel shifted uncomfortably, but curiosity held him frozen. There was something unnatural about the man. His stillness, his silence, it felt more suffocating than the storm outside. Then the stranger moved. His hand, covered in a black glove, reached inside the bag. Daniel tensed, his eyes glued to that motion. Slowly, very slowly, the man drew out something. A key. But not an ordinary one. It was antique, forged from gold, edges carved with strange markings. And most terrifying of all, it glowed faintly. Not like a reflection of light, but as if it carried its own fire. Daniel's breath caught. He felt the temperature around him dip. The stranger raised his head slightly, and though the hood still shadowed his face, Daniel swore he saw pale skin, hollow eyes. Then, the voice. Low, heavy, almost inhuman. One choice. One key. One truth. The words echoed in Daniel's ears. He wanted to speak, to ask what the man meant, but his throat was dry. His pulse pounded in his ears. The stranger extended the key, his hand steady. Take it, he whispered. And you'll uncover what has been hidden from you all your life. Refuse, and remain blind forever. Daniel shook his head. What truth? What do you mean? The man leaned forward, the hood tilting just enough to show a glimpse of his mouth, colorless, grim. The truth you fear. The truth you already suspect. Lightning split the sky outside, flashing white light into the compartment. For a single second, Daniel saw the man's face. It wasn't the face of a man at all. It was pale, stretched, almost like skin clinging to bone. Hollow eyes burned with something unnatural. Daniel recoiled, pressing against his seat. Every instinct screamed at him to run. Yet the key glowed brighter, golden light spilling into the dark. Curiosity, dangerous, irresistible, pulled him forward. His hand trembled, but slowly, he reached out and grasped the key. The moment his skin touched the metal, he felt it pulse. Like a living thing. Like a heartbeat. The compartment grew colder, the lamps flickering. The stranger leaned closer, his voice a hiss. Truth is never free. Suddenly, the train screeched. Lights flickered violently, thunder roared outside. Daniel blinked, and the stranger was gone. Vanished. The seat across from him was empty. Only the key remained, glowing in his hand. Daniel stood shakily, his legs weak. His reflection in the train's window looked different, eyes sunken, face pale. He staggered to the door of the carriage. The storm outside raged, lightning striking the tracks ahead. The key throbbed in his palm, light spilling through his fingers, guiding him towards something unseen. Then he heard it. A whisper. But it wasn't the stranger's voice anymore, it was his own, echoing back at him from the shadows. One choice. One key. One truth. The train felt endless now, as though it was carrying him not to a destination, but into the very secret the stranger had promised. And Daniel realized, with a cold shiver running down his spine. The truth wasn't waiting for him to discover it. It was already coming for him.